Hey everyone, it's Tiana or TerrasMommaVSG. Welcome back to my channel. I am currently driving to work, or not. I'm actually not driving at the moment. I am in a Starbucks drive-thru. About a week ago, I purchased some Starbucks gift certificates on Groupon for, for $5 you get $10 gift certificates. So I bought 2 of those, and I figured might as well enjoy some Starbucks coffee drinks that I really love while I'm still post-op or pre-op, excuse me. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update about what's going on and kind of where I'm at in the process and all that fun stuff. I was supposed to make some videos about a week or 2 ago and just haven't had the time, and I really I hate that. I hate that I can't sit down and just do a video when I have everything fresh in my mind. And yeah, so what do I want to update first? If you watched my nutrition reschedule class, you know that I had to do a phone interview for the nutrition class, and that was on Friday, November 1st. She called me at about 4 p.m. and we talked for about, I don't know, 30-45 minutes at the very most. I just had to have my handy dandy little binder in front of me, or as some people call it, your Bible. And she kind of just went over everything, and it was, really simple, really easy, and that was it. She sent me an email afterwards, said that, I passed everything. I don't know if it's really a test you have to pass, but she was, happy with everything that I was saying to her. If she asked me a question on, what you have to do with this, or can you have that, and blah, blah, blah. She was happy with all of my answers, I guess. So yeah, that went well. And then after the nutrition class, I basically had to schedule my psych evaluation because I was already at my goal of 5 pounds to my surgeon's goal, I guess, or he gave me 15 pounds to lose for my highest weight, and that put me at 258. So before you can schedule your psych evaluation, they want you to be within 5 pounds of that, and I was. Because as you guys know, I sort of cheated a little bit. Well, no, I did cheat. Sorry about that sunlight. Whoa, it's bright. But yeah, I did cheat to get my weight up enough to get my, insurance to cover it. But that's neither here nor there now. But yeah, so I was, after, everything, I was just within that 5 pound range. So they had the surgeon, or not the surgeon, my God, my brain isn't working. This is why I need my coffee this morning. I cannot function without my coffee. I don't know what I'm gonna do after surgery when I can't have the normal amount of caffeine that I'm used to. I definitely have to start decreasing it, but I'm just not ready to do it yet, you guys. It's so sad. Anyways, so yeah, they had the psych office call me, and currently the place that I'm going through in South Sacramento, the bariatrics department, does not have a psych lady. She moved on, and they were in the process of hiring somebody new. So I had to drive all the way out to Manteca, which from where I live is about an hour and a half. But I stayed over at my mom's. She lives a little bit closer, so that wasn't bad. I apologize about the bright sun, you guys. But yeah, I'm stuck in a drive-thru, and not much I can do about it. Can't run away from it. But yeah, so they called me, I don't know, like a week ago, and scheduled my psych evaluation for the 13th, which was yesterday. And I was super excited because, I was thinking it wasn't going to be until way late November and early December, if anything. So I was really happy, and I just jumped on the fact that, I got in mid-November. So I, called in, not really called in sick to work. I just got coverage for my shift at work. That way, I knew I didn't have to worry about getting booked for any massages, and I didn't have to worry about anything. I knew I'd be available for that day. So I went there yesterday, and apparently they had sent me a huge packet of papers, and I had no idea that they did because I never received anything. So, hold on. I'm almost to the ordering thing, and I'm going to put you guys on pause and then come back. Anyways, so yeah, they sent me a huge packet of papers, and I didn't receive them, so I had to sit in the office and fill them out, which was a pain in the butt, but whatever, gotta do what you gotta do. And then they had me pee in a cup, which I started freaking out about, you guys. Not because I do drugs, not because I do drink. I don't drink alcohol, but very, here and there, few and far between. But I do smoke. Occasionally it's a regular cigarette, like maybe a couple times a week. If I'm around like a friend that smokes or something like that, I'll cave and I'll have a regular cigarette. But for the most part, I have been smoking the electronic cigarettes, or the personal vaporizers, or the hookah pens, or whatever you want to call them, with the flavored e-juice and the the vapor that comes out where you can smoke it indoors, or whatever, because it's not going to harm anyone around you. But yeah, so basically when I was in my orientation class, back way, I don't know, like a month ago now, they said that, they're going to randomly test you for nicotine. And if you have nicotine in your system, they are going to postpone your surgery 3 months, and they're going to test you again randomly. So yeah, as soon as she said that I have to pee in a cup, I instantly started freaking out, because I did cheat the day before and I had a cigarette, regular cigarette. And normally that's not something I do, like I said. All right, I'm going to put you guys on pause and order myself a coffee. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just didn't want to hear you guys have to hear me order my Starbucks, but got my Starbucks, a pumpkin spice latte, non-fat. I don't know how many calories this is, but it's one of my absolute favorites of the season. And this is my first time having the red cups for the year, which is exciting. Anyways, so what I said last was, if they test my urine for nicotine and it comes back positive, they're going to postpone my surgery a minimum of 3 months. So obviously freaking out, because if you know, the whole reason I was cheating on my weight in the first place is to get my surgery done before the end of the year, because my deductible's paid. So stupid me, I don't even know what I was thinking. I should have researched it beforehand or something. I should have just drank a ton of water. I should have, drinking some cranberry juice, flush my system, something. But I had no idea they were going to test me for my urine that day. I thought it was just a psych evaluation in a little office. I didn't think it was like a medical facility, but turns out it was. But yeah, so go in the bathroom, heart's pounding 1,000 zillion beats per minute, and I, peed in the cup and did all that, and then I watered it down. Yeah, so I put a little bit of tap water in the cup with my pee. Because I'm taking all my vitamins, my pee was pretty concentrated. I mean, it wasn't super concentrated or anything, because I was drinking a ton of water, trying to, get to my goal weight and everything. But it wasn't clear by any means. So, I mean, adding the water to it, it still looked like normal pee. And I'm sorry, this is probably a huge TMI alert, but whatever. It still looked like normal pee even after I put water in it. I didn't put a lot of water in it. It was only, I peed about halfway, and then I put about a quarter, of the cup worth of, tap water. But it was kind of just like a spur of the moment thing. And then I tell my husband afterwards what I did, and he's like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. The lab's going to be able to tell, it's going to come back inconclusive or diluted, and they're going to know that you tampered with the sample, and it's going to, make you look really bad. And I'm like, oh, flippin' A, man. I just wasn't thinking. I'm not, I've never been tested for drugs before. I've never had to take a drug test for any job or anything. So I didn't know. I'm not a drug user, so it's not something that I do. The only time I ever peed in cups was for, when I was pregnant with my daughter, so they could test my pee for, that sort of stuff. But it wasn't for drugs, so it never really mattered. But yeah, so now I'm kind of like in this waiting game. They said it could take, 48 hours for the urine test sample to come back. And I'm going to take a sip because it's just tempting me right now. But yeah, so I'm hoping and praying and crossing every body part that I have that, it comes back okay. When I did, after I peed in the cup and I dropped my sample off and everything, we went back in the office with the psych lady, and she was talking to me about why they test your urine, and she said nothing about nicotine, which sort of gave me some relief. She only said drugs and alcohol, illegal drugs and alcohol. Obviously, if you're taking some kind of prescription medication and you have a legal you know, you have the prescription for it, then it's fine. But, you know, obviously I don't smoke weed. I don't, you know, snort anything. I don't do any of that stuff. So, you know, that kind of made me feel better. But, you know, I'm still, this bulb is going off in the back of my mind that, you know, they said that they could spontaneously test me for nicotine. And even if they don't test me for nicotine at this particular time, I still screwed up my sample. So if they didn't test me for nicotine and I wouldn't have messed up my sample, I would have passed with flying colors, no problem. Because like I said, I don't do drugs, I don't drink a lot of alcohol, I haven't even had an alcoholic beverage in probably 2 weeks. So my system's obviously clear of all that stuff. But yeah, so I'm like, oh, freaking out. But whatever, I guess if it comes back bad, I'll try and make up some kind of excuse or something, or hey, worst comes to worst, my surgery gets postponed, but I'm still going to go through with it. I'm just going to end up having to, you know, if it gets pushed to after the first of the year, I'll have to pay my deductible, which sucks, but, you know, I've already come this far and I'm not turning around now, no matter what happens. But anyways, as far as the psych evaluation official part goes, that went really well. She was really nice. She talked to me for a little bit and then she sent me into this room and I had to answer like 400 questions. So, I mean, she doesn't really do anything. Like, her job is, I mean, is nothing. Like, she doesn't even grade the test, she says. A medical assistant that's trained to, you know, read those tests does it. Or a computer does it, I'm sure. I don't know. But yeah, so that was basically it. I had to answer repetitive questions, you know, making sure I'm not, you know, planning to kill myself, making sure I don't have, like, people that hate me and my life sucks and, you know, I have drug and alcohol problems, which I don't, obviously, you know, all that stuff. But it was like 400 questions long. It took me forever. My hand was going to fall asleep. But other than that, she said that, you know, all went well. Seems like I am perfectly fine. You know, I'm mentally stable to have the surgery, which is great. So, you know, I'm excited about that, which I knew I was going to do fine anyway. But she said it was going to be, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I still need to have more coffee. She said it could be up to a week to get my results back for the psych evaluation. So that sucks, but hey, whatever. And then once my evaluation comes back for that, I can meet with the RN and schedule my surgery date, which is awesome. And then I move from there. I think I have to do like an EKG and some kind of other tests between, you know, the time I meet with RN and the actual surgery time. And then I also have to stay below my surgeon's goal of 258. So yeah, I'm kind of doing a little bit of this next week I'm gonna do like a food funeral, I guess is what people call it, and kind of just enjoy some of my foods that I love, you know, before I have to put myself on the liquid diet, which I don't know how long or, you know, how many days they're going to make me do it yet. They didn't cover that, but I'm sure it's probably going to be at least a week, if not like a couple days, like 3 or 4 days before surgery. So I'm just going to enjoy food while I can, but I'm just freaking out over that whole urine test thing, you guys. But that is pretty much it for the psych evaluation and kind of where I'm at for right now. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to update you guys on. Oh, I've been trying different types of protein shakes and protein bars and stuff like that to see what I like. I'm just getting samples here and there of the pre-mixed ones. I haven't yet bought a giant, you know, thing of powder or any samples of powder. But so far so good. I'm happy with the flavor, but you know, I'm sure that might change after you have to drink them for weeks straight or however long you have to do it. Sorry, people are starting to walk by me. I'm going to end this video because they're looking at me like I'm crazy. All right, that is about it, and I will talk to you guys later.